Hi everybody, this is Jeremy Baker. In this quick video, I'm going to show you how to install a trailer hook onto your buzzbait or spinnerbait. Now for demonstration purposes, I'm using a buzzbait here, and what I've done is I've taken off the skirt of the buzzbait to give you guys a better view of the trailer hook installation process. And there's a couple different ways you can install a trailer hook. A lot of the packages you're going to get of trailer hooks, they're going to give you instructions on how to install the trailer hook, and I'll show you how they usually recommend installing the trailer hook. And then I'll give you a couple ways that I personally like to install my trailer hooks. Alright, so let's get started here. First, I'll show you what I've got laid out on the table here. I've got a package of Tournament Series Bass Pro Shops trailer hooks. These are in 2/0 size, and I'd say about 90% of the time I'm using 2/0 size. Every now and then I will want to use a larger trailer hook, and I'll go up to a 3/0 size, and that usually sometimes depends on the size of the buzzbait or the spinnerbait. Sometimes it just calls for a little bit larger hook. And so 90% of the time, like I say, I'm using a 2/0 hook, and every now and then I will bump up to a 3/0 hook. Now, a lot of these packages of trailer hooks will come with something to help you install your trailer hook onto your buzzbait. And a lot of times they're going to include a tube like this one here. These Bass Pro trailer hooks, they've got like a little small surgical tube. Some of them will come with a little thicker type tube. The Gamakatsus I know come with a clear, almost like a aquarium pump type tube. So, but most packages, VMC, for example, these Tournament Series, Bass Pro Shops, and Gamakatsu, they're going to give you something to help install the trailer hooks. And they're also going to give you instructions on how to use these tubes to install your trailer hooks. And that'll be the first demonstration I'll do, and I'll show you how they usually recommend installing the trailer hooks. Alright, so here's how most manufacturers will recommend you install your trailer hook. So we'll just go ahead and move this package out the way. First off, usually you want to cut the tube that's provided for you, usually about 1/8 of an inch or so. So we'll go ahead and cut that piece off. And then you've got left with you this small little piece of the tubing. And next thing you do is what they recommend you do is you take your trailer hook and you want to just slide that tubing right over the eye of your trailer hook. So it just covers up your trailer hook there, like so. And then what you do next, and anytime you install your trailer hook, you want to make sure your trailer hook is going to be pointing up. So what you do next is you just take this covered eye and you just take your hook and push it through that eye and through that plastic tubing that they supplied for you. And then what you do is just slide it down past the barb. There we go. And then what you've got left is your hook hanging off the end of your buzzbait or spinnerbait, just like this. And that's going to keep your hook in one position. It's not going to really move around that much, and it's a pretty good way to do it with a spinnerbait, since it is a subsurface bait. You probably want to keep it like this to keep it a little more weedless than letting this hook move around a lot. Now, personally, even with spinnerbaits, I really do like to have my hook move around a little bit more than what this installation method is going to allow the hook to do. Most of the time, this hook is just going to stay in this position here and stay like that. And of course, you can move it up and down to wherever how you want it, but most of the time, you want it about even with your main hook, and then you also want to try to keep it in line with your main hook too. You don't want it sitting out to the side like that. You want to keep it kind of as much straight as possible like that. Let's see if we can get it a little straighter there. Just like that there. So what I'm going to show you next is a couple different ways to install your trailer hook, which will allow a little more free movement with your trailer hook. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate a way you can install the trailer hook using the tubing, but allow a little bit more free movement, which ideally I like, especially on a buzzbait, because a buzzbait's going to be on top of the water most of the time. So it's okay to have that little extra movement, and sometimes that extra movement does help catch a fish with that trailer hook. So just like the installation before, just take your tubing and cut off about 1/8 of an inch of that tubing. Like so. There's a little piece of tubing. And then what we're going to do first is we're going to first put the trailer hook onto the buzzbait. Once again, you want to make sure that trailer hook is going to be pointing up. So you just slide the hook onto the buzzbait, like so. and just go ahead and let it sit down like so, like that. And this is where a set of pliers is really going to come in handy. What I like to do is just grab let's see here, grab the tubing that we cut off with the pliers, and then what we're going to do is just push on this tubing onto the hook past the barb. Using pliers will help make sure you don't poke your fingers. Once you get it past the barb, you can use your fingers to slide it down. So now I've got it past the barb, and what you do is you just move down this piece of plastic tubing like so, and what that's going to do now, and that's going to keep your trailer hook on your buzzbait, but still allow it to move around freely. And what that's going to do is that fish hits this buzzbait and turns it sideways, it's not going to turn the trailer hook sideways too, along with the hook. What it'll do is it'll allow that hook to swing around, and sometimes when this trailer hook swings around, that's when I catch a fish. So this little extra movement is what I prefer when I'm fishing with a buzzbait, and many times I prefer also if I'm fishing with a spinnerbait. And next up, I'm going to show you an easy way to not use this tubing, and to use something that you usually will probably have around your house to install a trailer hook onto your buzzbait and allow it to move freely. Alright, and the last way I'm going to show you how to install a trailer hook onto your buzzbait or spinnerbait. It's my personal favorite way to install a trailer hook. I use this method about 99.9% of the time, and it's really easy to do, and a lot of you are going to have everything you need just laying around the house, so you don't need any special equipment to do this. First off, I'll go ahead and show you what we got right here. It's just a simple plastic lid. This is a lid to a yogurt container. These work really well, but you can use any plastic lid container that you might have lying around the house. I know coffee lids they give you on to-go cups from coffee shops. Those plastic lids work really well too. So basically what you want to do is you want to take a hole punch, just a single hole punch, and then just punch several holes out of the plastic lid, and then empty those little discs out of your hole punch there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these little discs there, and this is what we're going to use to hold the trailer hook onto the buzzbait or spinnerbait. I'll go ahead and show you how to do that right now. So we'll take one of these little discs there, and make sure you have a set of pliers handy, because that'll help install that little plastic disc without punching a hole into your finger. So first thing what you want to do is just take your trailer hook, once again slide it on and make sure it is facing up. And what I like to do is just go ahead and slide it all the way down towards the bottom to kind of get it out the way. And then just take your little disc that you punched out of your plastic lid, and you want to put that in your pliers and grab a hold of it with your pliers like so. And then just take that and slide it onto your main hook past the barb. Once it gets past the barb, you can use your fingers, there we go, to position that little plastic disc wherever you like. And I usually like to go right about there, right in the middle of the hook. And what that's going to do is allow the hook to come up, and it's going to keep it kind of in that position and not bring it up too high above the hook. And it's also going to allow your hook to swing around freely. And that's great because on a buzzbait, it's going to be mainly on top of the water. And most of the time, this trailer hook is going to be following your buzzbait pretty much even like so. But say if you get a short strike or a fish hits your buzzbait but doesn't grab your main hook, a lot of times this trailer hook will swing around and grab that fish and allow you to catch that fish and increase your hookup ratio. Anyways, I hope everybody likes this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions, just throw those down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see any more gear review videos, instructional videos like this one here, some more unboxing videos, and of course, now that the ice is starting to melt around here, hopefully I'll get some fishing videos out for you soon. Once again, this is Jeremy Baker. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon.